Seria fruto de uma tubulação de ferro instalada há mais de 30 anos. Eles também informaram que esse buraco, a obra... Ai, meu Deus! Ai!
See, it was worth the wait.
No,
it was worth the wait.
It really wasn't.
It was. What happened? What happened?
We're live on YouTube.
Oh, that's what you were
I had
doing.
no time to set that shit up at all.
Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry.
You told me to do it. What do you mean? Why did I tell you?
No, not why did? Because it was taking longer than normal.
Of course it took long.
Yeah,
and he opens up with an excuse about fucking YouTube.
Right, and I didn't know it. I'd known, and again, I'm blaming me, not you, and then I'll blame Garrett for some reason, but I didn't know what was going on, and I'm looking at him like, is something wrong? But we're on YouTube.
And then you ask Garrett what's going on, and he gives you that the blowjob thing with the hand and the tongue and
doesn't like what we couldn't be on YouTube yesterday. Tell him why, Steve.
The Jews?
No.
Oh.
The Jews were fine.
Jews
Apparently,
are fine.
we may or may not have been doing cocaine at this desk while a pedophile sat at that couch.
Richie Schultes was here.
Schultes was here last week.
Oh.
Well, so here we are in the YouTube. Not like that makes a fucking difference. But here's something I want to start the show with. I'm going to do magic. Now watch this. Would you... Is this green? Yeah, there you go. Look at this.
It's invisible.
Would you like some ice in your whiskey?
Yeah.
There is no ice.
Well, how are you going to get it, Gino?
There is no ice.
It's indivisible with
Hold
liberty and justice.
God damn!
You fucked the whole
It's
thing.
behind my ear. Why do I even need the ear thing? Why do I even... Watch this. Where's the ice? Where's the ice? Woo!
Can I have a different ice now? Instead of the feces-laden ice.
Ice appear. Watch this. The ice was in the
Yeah.
sky. Watch this. Where is it? Where?
Sky. Oh.
All right. Got one.
Wow.
Got one. 2 cubes.
2 cubes. Do you know, according to Whiskey Magazine, ice is needed to bring out the flavor in the whiskey?
Really?
Yes.
Whiskey Magazine?
I made that up, but I'm saying that's what they
according to whiskey.com, which probably is a website.
Yeah.
This is 10-year-old, not unlike the guy we had
Richie Schultes is here.
No, let me ask you something. Let's say you're at a bar, right?
Okay.
And I'm the bar.
Let's go to the bar.
Watch this. So I'm the bartender, right?
Yeah.
And as I'm pouring drinks, I say, hey, we just got a call. The pedophile has to leave. And you just walk out of the bar.
I'm out of here.
Would that be odd?
No, it wouldn't be odd.
That'd be odd, because is that what happened with this guy yesterday? His name is Noodles, and I consider him a friend. I don't know if he's, because it would seem
that he's having sex with minors. I know what pedophile means.
That's a big, what is it? That's that old joke. It's like, hey, did someone say you're a pedophile? That's a big word for a 10-year-old. That's what you say. Welcome, Freddie Rubino.
Thank you.
Send on some 10-year-old whiskey.
Yeah, with ice, because according to Pedophile Magazine, you need ice.
We were talking before the show.
Oh, that's
fucking good.
There's not enough O's and smooth for that.
Woo. I said that about your wife. Only replace O's with O's and smooth with whore.
I might have sex tonight. Let me just say that.
Come on.
I'm saying there's a possibility.
Come on.
Yes.
Now, really?
I'm just saying.
We were talking.
Very hopeful today.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You seem like a guy.
I showered.
Sure.
That's always a big.
What is the checklist for sex?
The checklist is I say, let's have sex. And she says no. And then if I.
He's really just he's a slightly older, far funnier me. He really
and then
is.
I say.
Go on.
This
Wait,
is
I'm writing this
bullshit.
down. Can we have sex? No. Okay. Now.
Then I say, blah, blah, blah. All the things that I've read that make women feel guilty about not giving their husband sex.
You must be able to think of one off the top of your head.
A lot of things like, that's how the intimacy raises this way as we get older.
I've tried that bit. That doesn't work, sure.
And then she says, she pulls out the woman thing.
Right.
She starts a fight. Remember 18 fucking years ago when you fucking said that I was a fucking dope?
Yeah.
That was 18 minutes ago. And then it degenerates into...
It was 18 minutes ago, you fucking dope.
You dope. And that's when it degenerates into no sex for the week.
Right. Right.
So, but tonight is very hopeful. I'm very hopeful.
Unless she's watching the show. You know who?
Nobody watches
You
this
know
show.
whose wife doesn't watch the show because she doesn't really like me? Of all of our comic friends, I give you one guess.
I don't even know any of your comic friends.
Is it Joe DeVito, Ray DeVito, all the
DeVito,
Anthony DeVito, all the DeVitos? Come on.
They don't watch the show.
They have a problem with when I say I can't say faggot because we're on YouTube, right? Right. Okay. They have a problem.
You shouldn't say that.
What else shouldn't I say as long as I'm here?
Cocksuckers.
Apparently, she has she thinks she thinks I'm kind of taking advantage of my friend Frankie. Here's the one with cocaine.
How would you be taking advantage of if you drove 18 fucking hours
each way
with Carl? That's like over glass.
By the
it's
way,
like saying I walked on glass.
You just got the answer.
Carl,
his wife.
What? Dominic? His wife, Dominic.
let me explain the joke when Garrett's done laughing. He's still laughing. Hold on.
I was laughing at something else, Carl.
We were riding. We're 2 hours into the ride, and Keanu's watching, and she just keeps putting in the chat, "Ha ha, Carl's wife hates you." I'm a nice guy.
You're a very nice guy. You're a human being.
And I think you're the same way. Like I feel as comedians, we help other comedians. We help other comedians we like. We give them spots.
Yeah, we at least try.
We try.
Like I invited Nick Petito on the show today.
Hey, Al Pacino. Now
is he here?
Let me check. No, he's not. Let me ask you. How did that go? You said, because I invited you and you said I could do Wednesday. I'm like, that's great. We'll go on the fucking YouTube for a little bit to show them what you get. Like, trust me, if we weren't on YouTube, I'd be saying the word faggot or something just because you can't say it here on YouTube. I'm really pushing my luck with that thing you talked about. But again, like yesterday, if you were subbed, you could have seen us doing what may have been actual cocaine. They can't do that on YouTube.
You can't do that on YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
And neither did you.
That's right. I didn't wink. But let me say this. I would think a kid like you've lived your life. You're touring the country.
I'm ready to die.
You're getting sex tonight. You don't need this. You're doing. Let me tell you, this is the phrase I've always said. Okay. And comics don't understand this, these young ones. Who's doing who? Much like your wife will be saying tonight during sex.
Exactly.
Who's doing who the fucking favor? Who's doing who the fucking favor?
You see, you're saying like, oh, you don't have to do this. Yes. You hopefully come to a point in your career where people are saying, hey, why don't you come on my show or podcast or anything? That all of that is an honor, and you should do all of it and take advantage of it, unless it's like someone you don't like, and then you don't fucking do it. But
even if it's someone you don't like, you could go on and get provocative and go after them, you know? Like, trust me. Or you could do what other people do. Like everyone that's on Kevin Brennan show, and I don't mind saying it, fucking he has people on that he doesn't respect as comedians. That's the show.
Carl?
Garrett's not laughing that time. Oh, there he is.
I do love Carl.
Oh, we love Carl.
Otherwise, I wouldn't joke about it.
As opposed to his wife, who hates me. His wife, what's her name again?
Dominic.
Let's wait for Garrett to stop laughing again. Let's wait for Garrett to
You know, you have the guy on a lot, and he has the nerve to laugh at jokes like that. That's wrong. See, that's wrong. It doesn't matter if a failed comic like me comes in and pokes fun at his rising career.
Look, here's the thing.
For him to laugh.
If you think Carl's gay, would he have a boy and raise him to be a music teacher?
Yes.
Are we allowed? Is your wife using a new fabric softener?
Oh.
Sorry, what?
That's
he's
terrible.
been farting up his back and just inhaling all the farts through his shirt.
I got it. Hold on,
Sick.
caller. Oh my God.
Fucking callers.
But I've said this countless times. Like who's doing? People don't get that.
They don't get it.
And I've always known who's doing me the favor. Like, let me tell you something, Steve. I'm watching The Dump today, and we're gonna show that fucking clip. But more importantly, it was so like you're like Steve goes, and under this clip they showed an Artie Lang clip, and Steve goes, I miss Artie Lang. And you think I yelled when you showed the Hochul clip? I'm walking up fucking 7th Avenue. I go, you miss Artie Lang. You miss him. Hey, Gino, my phone rings. Hello. Yeah, do you want to open for me at the Nokia Center in LA? Let me check anything else I have going on. Hey, Gino, you want to do a weekend with me in Detroit, make a foul?
No.
I miss Artie Lang. I hooked my wagon to the guy who's got a crippling heroin addiction. I did.
So funny.
Is it really crippling? I
It's
feel he should be functional, more functional.
no, because he likes, and I'm not saying this. He's like, do you ever see, and I know you'll get this, you ever see Fred Flintstone when someone says the word bet in front of him?
Bet.
I'll replace Fred with Artie and Bet with heroin, and then I'm like, Artie will pop up, and I love him. I hope this isn't with his nose gushing blood, saying, yeah, I got an allergy. He'll look at you and say, I got an allergy. He snorted glass and said, it's a sinus infection.
Look out!
It's the ghost of Artie. So again,
But in his defense,
you miss him, Steve, and we all do.
we all
I
do.
miss him a lot. My bad. Thank God I fucking glommed onto fucking Artie a second like Anthony.
Let me tell you something, but nobody did it better than Artie. He did it well. Other druggies aspire to do it like Artie.
He wanted to be on drugs. And I don't mean that. Am I wrong? Artie wanted to be John Belushi. He wanted to be John Belushi. And I have to find this podcast I did with him in LA ages ago it was his podcast, the Artie Quitter podcast. And I'll never forget. I was doing comedy shows. I was traveling. I was in between gigs in Alaska, which is booked by who, Steve?
Artie Lang.
Bart Bogan, a real person.
A fake name you made up. You go to Alaska by yourself.
And do you know how I got involved in doing Coots in Alaska? Because Doug Stanhope used to date this girl, Betsy Wise. And Betsy Wise, when I was hanging out years ago, like this is 20 years ago, she's like, you would do great in Alaska. You're funny. You're
Sounds like an insult. You do good in fucking Gaza.
It was.
No one
you're
lives.
killing
It's
Gaza.
an insult to good.
Penguins are gonna laugh their ass off at you.
It would be an insult to comics that are like, I'm so. She's like, you would do great in Alaska.
You would do great in a place that has no people in it, Jay.
Ready for this? You say fuck and you love to drink. You would do great in Alaska. And you know what? I did so well in Alaska. They flew me out every year. And they flew, by the end, they were flying me out during the busy time of the year called Spinardi Gras. It's Mardi Gras, but since the bar is located on Spinardi Street, Spinardi Gras. And I would get to
That bar. Bar.
I would do stand-up all week, but I'd have Saturday night off to just host Spinardi Gras, where people got drunk and showed tits. So anyway, they liked me so much. I flew in and out, and they gave me a 1 week layover so I could do Reno. But I had a 12-hour layover in LA because they built that in, and I fucking did this podcast with Artie, and we were talking about how Artie fucking whenever he started doing well, he would sabotage himself, because I honestly think he blamed himself for his father falling off that ladder when he wasn't there. So
I
whenever
didn't hear that story.
his father fell off a ladder and got paralyzed,
Oh my God.
and he died like a quad, and half the time he wanted to kill himself.
My father fell on a ladder. We have a very similar thing
Tell me that story.
and lived a fruitful life afterward. It was the total opposite.
He fell on a ladder.
On a ladder.
Fell onto a ladder,
Onto a ladder.
and it saved his life.
It saved his life. He was going to fall off the roof, but he fell on the ladder and then lived a fruitful, long life.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and I
You know who
cursed
jumped-
myself
you
for
know
not
jump-
being there
you know
because
who-
I didn't like my father.
You know who jumped off a ladder?
No,
Dominic's wife, when he found out.
Dominic's wife, Carl.
Let's check Steve's. Let's check Garrett's shirt, everyone.
That's
How's that
terrible
shirt
to
doing,
say.
Garrett? There you go.
Oh no,
freshen that up.
Let me
That's really
freshen
good stuff.
myself.
Let me know if you
Well,
need
I'm
another cue.
still not.
So my point is, and I have to find that podcast. I think I have it somewhere, but it's literally an hour and a half long. And we got very serious. And I'm like, I think you blame when I lost my parents, I was just a fucking little bitch. I was fucking, I was a victim. But Artie Artie fucking was very stoic when he lost his dad, and he acted like he could handle it. But in my opinion, fucking every
didn't.
time he started doing well, he's like, he would look in the mirror and go, "Fuck you, you terrible son."
What?
That's what I think he would do, and he would just fucking
So
say,
he should be
"I gotta
happy
ruin
his
my
father
life."
died.
No, his father wouldn't say that to him.
Oh.
He would say that to himself about his dad. He's like, "Fuck you, you terrible."
He looked up
son."
to his dad. Maybe he wanted to be like his father. Was his father a raging heroin addict who would fall onto ladders?
Can you Google that? Was Artie Lang's father a raging heroin addict?
Maybe he just wanted to be like dad.
Like let me tell you, I want to be like my old man. My old man loved whiskey. Loved whiskey.
I lost my mother last year. We think she's in Hoboken.
You want to hear? Have you ever heard? It's not bad. Have you ever heard of a comedian? Probably he lives in Bruce Smirnoff.
It sounds familiar, but no.
When I moved up to New York, I know I've said this on the air, but I love it. He's this tall. He literally does a joke. He's like, "Who am I kidding?" Can you Google Bruce Smirnoff?
What a country.
No.
No, that's Yakov Smirnoff.
Wow.
Who I love. Even though he's been doing the same fucking joke.
Yakov's Bruce Smirnoff. He does. He's this big Jewish guy. He looks like Big Bird. And when I first got up here, he was like, he's another guy who's doing who the favor. He took me, he'd hang out with me. Yeah, he hung out, he raped me. He hung out with me at the strip. He fucking introduced me to people.
Nice.
Me on gigs and stuff. Great guy. And he was like this. And I'll never forget it. At one time he said to me, he's like, "You don't worry about anything, Gino." He's like, "You wake up in the morning, you have a glass of wine, the mandolin music starts playing." He's like, "You check the tomatoes in your bathtub."
That's racist. He's a fucking racist.
He says that. He's like, "You don't care." I said, and I go, "How do you wake up, Bruce?" He's like, 10 minutes before my alarm goes off, I'm underneath my bed hitting the panic button. That's the guy. I did a joke. It's on my first album. And I will say it again. It was his joke. And he goes, he lived in, why can't I think, the place right over the Verrazano Bridge, Bay Ridge.
Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
He lived in Bay Ridge.
Now called Beirut, Brooklyn, because of all the Muslims.
And I said, "How are things in Bay Ridge?" And he goes, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "In Bay Ridge," he's like, he goes, "It's beautiful." He's like, "One black guy said delivery, two's a situation." And I laugh for 20 minutes and I go,
"He is a racist."
And I go, "Do that?" I'm like, "Is that in your act?" He's like, "I could never do that. You take it." I'm like, a lot of times you'll be like this. No. A lot of times like, no.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
I was like, Frankie with the A&W card. Thank you. It is. So he did a joke I thought of with your mother. He goes, and you have to, it'll be funny, but just the way he talks, he goes, "My grandmother had Lou Gehrig's Alzheimer's and Lou Gehrig's disease. She swore she hit 60 home runs, but she couldn't remember when." and then he goes, "I shouldn't talk bad about grandma. She's not with us anymore. We traded her to Cleveland." He goes, "She's batting 307. He's like, "The guys in my gym are tough." One guy walks.
The Lou Gehrig joke
is brilliant.
Brilliant.
He goes, and you have to see his nerve. He's like, "The guys in my gym are tough." He goes, "The guys in my gym," one guy walks around with a pack of cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve. "They're still in the machine." I loved him.
Where is he? He's dead now.
No, he's here we go.
Bless you all. Look at this. Thank you very much.
He's
Thank
so
you.
young
What a great
here.
group.
What year is
I
this?
am Bruce Smirnoff, and it is a pleasure and a thrill to be here at the Improv tonight. I was in the neighborhood, and I can't lie to you. I was in Venice. I was at my cousin Nelson's apartment having dinner before I came here tonight. Do you like Venice? You like that area? No, I think it's a crummy, rotten, lice-ridden neighborhood. Isn't it terrible? My cousin always argues with me that it's artsy-fartsy. I look at him, I say, it's gunsy-knivesy. Who wants to live here? It's horrible. But to be here at the Improv, this is a thrill. And, I didn't start off at the Improv. I'm very proud that I worked my way up the ladder. I originally started out in show business working at Chippendales. That's where I started out originally. Yeah. I didn't dance there. I used to fill a condom machine in the men's room. That's how I got my start. And now here I am. Maybe the women's room? No.
I don't like the crowd's reactions.
I'm here.
They're a bunch of
I was not a happy kid. I'm a happy adult now.
Garrett?
Most comics, if you talk to them, you'll find out they come from a depressing childhood.
Bruce Smirnoff.
any different
doesn't
from
say
the year or
the
anything.
time I grew up in Connecticut. I grew up in the middle of the country. There was nothing to do when I was a kid. I used to sit home all day, eat Hostess fruit pies, and watch television. That's all I did. There was nothing to do. There were 2 kids in the neighborhood. I didn't play with them because I'll be honest with you, they used to play games I didn't enjoy. One of them was called Lock the Jew in the Cellar. So I had nothing to do. I used to sit there, eat Hostess fruit. I got so fat, my picture used to fall off the wall.
This
I
guy's
would just
great.
sit there and
He,
watch Romper
he's-
Room was my favorite
And
show. I
this
would
is
eat-
like this has to be early 90s. I saw him like he did that he did the Gunsy Knivesy and
Yeah.
and you know like he did it like he's like I moved, everyone's like you got to move to Brooklyn. I got to move to Brooklyn. He's like everyone's like, and he intonates so much. So look at that face. He intonates so much better now, but he's like, everyone's like, it's artsy fartsy. He's like, it's not artsy fartsy. It's Gunsy Knivesy. He's like, a guy could get killed in my neighborhood. He's like, I live 2 blocks. He goes, I live off MLK Drive and Frankie Robinson Parkway. He's like, and pretty soon it's going to be called Bruce Smirnoff Memorial Drive. He goes on and on, but he's so nervous and
What a racist.
And
It's
he-
shocking.
it really is. He tells a story at a one-man show. He did the Tonight Show, or he got bumped from the Tonight Show or something. Oh no, he was like at a bar. God damn
In
it!
Alaska.
I got to see if I still have his number. I'm calling him right now. Fucking, it was something like, oh, is that the fucking? He's at the comic.
He's an LA guy.
Comedy store. Excuse me. He's at the Comedy Store in LA, and I'm gonna call him. And he has a great set, and Carson's in the crowd. Carson's in the crowd. And he's like, I'm going to be on Johnny Carson.
Carson Daly.
You're thinking of Dominic fucking
Dominic Carson.
Dominic Carson. Dominic Carson Carl. And I don't remember the story, but it ended with he was basically he killed, right? But somehow everyone was so drunk he had to drive Johnny Carson back home.
I would definitely drive Johnny Carson home.
But he didn't want to because he's so nervous, and literally he's driving him back home, and all these paparazzi are following him because he's drunk. Oh my God! There's no way he answers. There's no way. There's no way.
This is Bruce. Please leave me a message. Thank you.
At least it's him. Hey Bruce, Gino Bisconti here. First time, long time. I was just fucking talking about you on the show. If you have a second, give me a call. 646-369-6564. All right, I'm going to send you a text too. I don't know how you do things. Later, buddy. Hope you are well.
He's great.
What's that?
From what I saw, he's great.
He is, well, he is, and he's
I'm
like,
surprised he performed with you.
he was nice to me. And that's another, like, the circle of the back. Who's doing who the favor? You know, and he literally, and he said it. He's like, he's a guy. He quit on New York, in my opinion. I would say back then, I would say, why are you leaving? You know, like I've lived up here. It was probably 2-3 years, and I thought he was doing great. You know, because I'm 2-3 years in, so I'm watching a guy that's doing.
Yes.
Every time I go see him, he's doing a club, and he's bringing me on the road. I'm like, this is the guy, and he goes, I'm moving to Florida. Why? This is 2005 or 6. Why are you moving to Florida? And he goes,
It's no income tax. He's Jewish, Gino.
yeah. By the way, I just put call me. Left you a message. Nothing important being so, but I'd love to talk to you if you have a sec. Just because I put call me, that could be terrifying. Sorry. But he literally said, he's like, he's like, this is 2005. He's like, I'm done with it, Gene. He's like, I'm done. He's like, and that was probably when we had the conversation. He's like, I'm done with this. He's like, I'm tired of this. He's like, because he had lived a full life. He had he was on All in the Family, one episode. See if that comes up. Google Bruce Smirnoff, All in the Family. See if the story. He did a one-man show, and he
What
was
made
on All
him
in the
quit?
Family. And
Father fell
Archie-
off a ladder.
Archie Bunker fired him off the set. No one told him. He came back the next day. And everyone was uncomfortable. Every story. He's like you.
What do you mean he's like me?
Every story.
My
he
father fell on a ladder.
Every story he tells is fucking hilarious, especially the ones where he's a fucking idiot. It's fucking great.
Although the LA scene is better than the New York scene.
I don't know which, like, I look back at I had an LA scene moment.
I never did.
When I say I had a LA scene moment, like,
Homosexual.
gay, it was gay. I
Yes.
had butt sex.
Yes.
No, but like when I was like, living out of my 2014 and 15, when I split up with my girl and I had everything in my car that I needed. I was living out of my car and I was getting paid to write a sports sheet, So all I needed was a laptop and I was making like fucking 1500 a week, right? Just to write that. And it took 3 hours. So I would fucking go to LA because I had my friend Bronston's and Danny's place to crash on in their apartment. I'd go to Venice Beach and I would literally go for like one time I went for 3 weeks. Because what did I miss?
Just right.
And just write and hang out at the clubs and do a spot at the Improv at 7 p.m. and have it posted on Twitter. So it looks like every night
made it.
It's closing the Improv every night. And I'm doing the Comedy Store, the Bongo Room at fucking 2 a.m. But it gets posted on Facebook and Gino is fucking headlining the Comedy Stores. And people are like, I guess he's out there for pilot season. But it really fucking, and I was, and speaking of the man we miss, Artie Lang, when he asked me to open for him at the Nokia, I was the one time I was smart and proactive.
Isn't it Nokia?
Is it Nokia? Probably is.
I don't know.
Thank God I didn't.
I still call them Kumiya.
No wonder. No wonder they don't. I pronounce Carl's wife's name Dominic.
Dominic.
Yeah, Dominic.
Instead of dominatrix.
But the one time I called every fucking, I got my friend Allie Breen lived out there. I'm like, give me all the bookers. And I called every club the month before I was doing the Nokia. And I said, hey,
it's Nokia.
And I called them all and I said, hey, this is Gino Bisconti. And while they're saying to themselves, who the fuck are you? My next breath is, I'm opening for Artie Lang at the Nokia next month. And I'd love to do some time at your club to, when I'm in town.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, and fucking, I did so well that I did get spots at the Improv, and I did get spots at the Store. And what was the other one? Oh, there was some shitty club that I did a lot. And Flappers. I was quit bragging. The LOL of LA. I was doing Flappers.
Never heard of it.
But and then Adam Eget fucking got famous with Norm Macdonald and he fucking lost my fucking number and all that stuff. But at any rate, that was my LA moment. So like everyone knew me there and all that stuff and it was fun. But it was
I hope to one day lose your number.
lose my fax number. All right, I gotta imagine Bruce isn't gonna call back. But anyway, Bruce knew. He's like,
is he still doing comedy?
He literally said, I'm moving to Florida. He's like, I could work clubs every weekend all over.
There you go.
He's like, there's no taxes. It's Mike. He's like, and you know him. He's like, you saw him. He's like, it's a bunch of Jews. Love it. And he never looked back.
Anti-Semitism. There's
never
no
looked back.
room for anti-Semitism.
You're what they call a snowbird, right? Don't you go to Florida every winter? And
this is the first year I snowbirded.
Really?
All the rest of the time I lived there full time for 7 years.
You left here and moved there?
Yes.
And then you got a place back here?
Yes. And then my father fell off a ladder.
And
I became a Bushmills addict.
10-year-old. He fell on a ladder.
And then onto the ladder, which saved him.
It's unbelievable. By the way, Steve, did you see the news out of Denver?
Uh-oh. Bob Denver?
You can gamble in a Dave & Buster's in Denver?
Show him, Garrett. Ladies and gentlemen. Did you just see it?
Oh, I just saw it.
There you go. To quote my wonderful fiance, Steve, I have terrible news.
Ben DiNucci.
Great news for the Broncos.
Ben DiNucci was signed
They got
last
rid of
year
that
at this
shit on the
time.
bottom of their shoe.
This is good for him.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to bet right now he doesn't wind up on? Do you
want to bet at a Dave & Buster's?
You can bet at a Dave & Buster's now.
I didn't know
Yeah, but
that.
it's shitty and stupid. Don't
No,
bother.
you can't bet money.
No.
You can win rewards and tickets.
Oh, so that's not bad.
You know who fucking goes there?
That's like Chuck E. Cheese.
You know who goes there on date night? Carl and his wife. What's
Dominic?
Are you checking your breath, Garrett? I don't know what you're doing.
What do they gamble
That's
on?
up
Who
in my
has
mouth.
more arm hair?
You were still on camera. Garrett, I'll say it again. They bet on who has more arm hair. Wait, Garrett's
Sounds like
really...
Garrett's coming down with something.
Yeah, he's got the flu. He's got the fucking...
They bet on who has more arm hair.
That's a viable bet.
You're gonna kill
Who won?
I I mean, we've seen Carl's arms.
Oh my God. I can't stand how funny that is. Let's do you think Ben DiNucci, and if you don't know the Ben DiNucci story, long story short, Steve was gambling on the XFL opening week.
The XFL.
Yeah.
What's the fucking bet that they have a fucking season?
He
I
should have
believe it
taken
was
the under.
DC No, Seattle Sea Dragons by 2.5 or something.
Oh my
1.5.
God.
And it was Seattle. And it's funny on our show because to this day, if you ask Steve, like you remember Super Bowl 49, right? When
Of course I do.
when Seattle threw the interception against the fucking Patriots.
The single worst call in football history.
You want to see?
Everyone's to blame, Gino. The fucking asshole coach should have been fired immediately.
Yep.
The owner of the Seattle Seahawks should have fucking, as the confetti fell, said he's fired. Don't even let him out in the fucking.
Yeah.
The quarterback in the huddle should have said, "Fuck you! I ain't throwing it over the middle. I'm handing it off 1 fucking yard."
Yep. Go on.
They all are to blame.
Go on.
Every single fucking one of them. And the receiver who was called his number, he
Chris
should have went,
Matthews.
"What are you out of your fucking mind? I
It
ain't."
wasn't Matthews. It was some scrawny guy.
I wouldn't have done it. It's
Oh.
time to step up. You're in the Super Bowl. You're going to win. You're a pro.
Watch this. Hey, Max Loads, Gino Visconti here, Coke free for fucking well over 23 hours.
Whoa.
Quick question. I'm here with Fred Rubino.
Go on.
Oh my God.
Now, and we're talking about the second worst play goal line turnover in Seattle history. Hold on, Steve. What's the worst?
And DiNucci dropping the ball on the 1 yard.
But by the way, I would say that Ben DiNucci's play is worse because he just.
Very
That's not the
literally.
one. And fucking play
Okay.
to fuck
Now,
themselves.
let me ask you something because my friend Fred Pete, and I know you're a huge Seahawks fan. And I was watching the game right with you, and I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and you know what they are. They're going to be easy.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. After that, and I will quote Max Loads right here. Okay,
Go on.
get that pink blanket right now, Gino. Get that pink blanket right now.
Oh my
And
God.
two, look who's on the phone. Carl's wife is on the. Carl's wife Dominic is on the phone.
Okay, hey, what was one?
Pete,
All these
Pete, we're on
stupid blankets.
YouTube. Don't say retard, you
Come
dumb faggot.
on. That's terrible.
Oh,
Oh my
and
God.
Peter, don't talk about we're on YouTube where anyone could watch. You got out of education because you said there's too many blacks. Remember?
Okay, no.
You said
no,
I don't
again.
mind. I'm used to the
That's
smell.
racist.
He's
That's
like, I'm
racist.
used to the smell.
Yeah.
All right, come on,
And
let's
I
get on.
believe the
Do you
last quote
ever-
was once they learned to use their thumbs, it all went to shit.
Do
Isn't that what
you
said,
do
Pete?
you ever get to the point?
Despicable. That's
I mean, just get to the point. You called. What is it now?
now he's in a hurry.
I'm not in a hurry. I'm never in a hurry when I
we-
could be on this show.
His racism is showcased.
We're doing Bruce Smear jokes, by the way. Remember him?
Who?
Bruce Smirnoff. We traded her to Cleveland. She's back.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
All right. So when this happened, and to give you credit, Max Load said, "You understand? They were just about to. This is how you cement. This is how you start a dynasty.
Yes.
Dynasty with a T. You beat in back-to-back Super Bowls, fucking first ballot Hall of Famers Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. After you
Correct.
By the
eviscerate-
way,
Book.
By the way, and to get to that game, they came back against Green Bay and Ron.
that was a terrible. Okay, but that would be remembered if you'd won the Super Bowl for the special teams gaff on the onside kick. But what did I say after that?
You said that's the end of the team. They got to fucking.
I said,
tear it down.
100%.
I said you don't come back from this. Am I correct?
Correct. You said that. Yes.
And then 2, tell me now. Now I'm going to give. Oh, we're showing the Sea Dragons play.
By the way, I will watch the UFO.
You know what? That is the worst.
No way. No way.
He was looking.
Gee, all he had to do was take the snap and fall forward for DiNucci.
Why
No,
you
Pete,
always-
it was better that he just panicked and literally dropped the ball on the floor.
Yeah, he
Oh, it
literally
was stripped.
panicked.
It was stripped. Look.
No, he just dropped
No, it
it.
wasn't stripped. He
Untouched.
just fell. Yeah, he did. All
I
right.
mean, it wasn't
Popped out
stripped.
like a
He
shit.
dropped it. Let's move
He
on.
dropped it. Okay, and 2, Pete, did they ever make it back? Not the Sea Dragons. Did the Seahawks ever make it back to the Super Bowl?
No, but the Sea Dragons did make it to the championship
Yeah.
game the following year.
Yes, look
But
at
the Seahawks, no.
let me say one more thing. I would go on to say, what fucking launched this whole investigation was my boy Fred saying what I said. Just take response. I'm like, fucking. He's like, they should have fired the coach immediately.
Immediately.
Never took responsibility for it. He literally said it wasn't. What did he say, Pete? Oh, it wasn't a bad. It was just a bad result. Wasn't a bad play call. Take responsibility for your fucking actions.
Everyone said it. Collingsworth on fucking TV
And
went,
no one likes
I'm
him."
sorry.
Yeah.
I can't understand the call. And then weeks and weeks later, they had the refs mic'd. The ref turns to the other ref and goes, I don't understand that
Yeah.
call.
Okay, look. Why am I getting abused for
Because
this? I'm
this
telling
brings
you.
me-
By the way,
Here we go.
just on another note.
Hold on, caller.
Wait, what?
Oh no, we don't want to lose Dominic. It's Carl's wife. Go on.
Marshawn Lynch was 0 for 30 from the 1 yard line that season, I believe.
Okay.
I'm just
Marshawn
putting it out
Lynch
there.
got the
not that
handoff.
It matters,
the play
but you know.
before.
Yeah.
He
You
went
let it go
4
over
yards.
31, I guess. But go ahead.
Well, I'm going to ask you a quick question, Pete. How many of those 30 attempts were against the New England Patriots in the fourth quarter of an exhausted defense?
I can't. I don't know.
Exhausted.
Oh, I'll help you, Pete. I'll help
None.
you. The same number of
Did you
Jews
check
that
'em
died.
all?
The same number of Jews that you always say died in the Holocaust. How many, Peter?
None.
0. That's
terrible.
Please.
I didn't, he said
That's
none.
not true,
I
not
didn't
true,
even have
not
to
true.
answer for him. He's such a good big brother. He's like none, but he's like I'm not
That's
even playing.
Terrible. He should really look at himself in the mirror.
I know that's your boy. I know, like 6 million, give or take.
No,
What are you?
Peter?
what are-
5.5 million. Some people say 6 million. What do you call them, Pete?
I'm not going to say. What
Ah,
You
see,
know-
I'm rubbing off. My morals are wearing
I
off.
call them
dear brother.
optimists.
yeah. Okay.
I love when Carl laughs. I call when Fred laughs at one of my jokes. All right, so that said, just saying you never come back from that. And to tie it in a circle, then I'll let you go. You know what the best joke about it? Tell me, Steve. Who do we all miss?
Jerry Seinfeld.
No, Artie Lang. Artie Lang said, "You know what that last call by Seattle reminds me of? Imagine that you win a lottery. You win a $6 million.
Whatever.
$6 million lottery, and they say to you,
Okay.
we're not going to give you the money. We're going to give you a debit card with $6 million on it, and you just go to the ATM
And take it out.
and take it out.
6 million?
$6 million.
You've been there a long time, Gino.
The point of me, I don't know what the numbers. And so you take the ATM card,
Uh-huh.
and you get half a yard from the ATM machine. And you throw the card at the machine, and some black guy robs you.
Oh,
And
no.
Because if some black guy grabs it and runs away with it, while everyone at the bank's like, "Why did you do that?"
Why did you just put it in the machine?
Oh, and because Artie's brilliant, then you go back, you get in your car, and in the passenger seat is Marshawn Lynch. And Marshawn Lynch says, I would have fucking put that in for you.
Oh my God.
I think he was on
You're also
heroin when he
gifted.
said that.
Such a gifted group over there.
That's Artie Lang. All right, Pete, we gotta go. We got a big caller. Big caller.
You got a big show over there. I know, big show today.
Big
Big,
show
big
today.
show.
We got what's his name didn't show up, Pete. Gay Al Pacino didn't show up.
Hey, Al Pacino.
Who's doing him the
I'm
fucking
just glad you're
favor?
alive,
What's
Gene.
that?
I'm glad you're alive.
And as I recall,
No one ever said.
Carl said no one ever said. Scatting and bebopping. Okay, Pete, you tell them, then we'll let you go. Ben DiNucci, does he wind up in the NFL or does he wind up starting in the UFL?
The Jets. He'll be on the Jets.
I heard
I
the Saints were interested. I think
I hope he winds. I think he's going to wind up in the NFL as a backup.
I think he stays in the
Me too.
NFL. I do.
There's a lot
Although one thing that makes me think he's not going to, there's three QBs, and you were right. I don't know if you were right or wrong, Gary, but you said this, and Jarrett Stidham is the third QB in Denver. If you can't land the third QB spot over Jarrett Stidham, I have questions about your ability.
They call him Jerry Cutlets, don't they?
I am New York Giants backup quarterback Tony DeVito. Tommy DeVito.
Tommy Cutlets.
All right, Max, you're free to go. Love you, big brother.
All right, later.
He's fucking stupid.
The play before, it was first and goal from the 6. They handed it to Marshawn Lynch. He ran 4.5 yards, and just by a miracle,
Yeah.
the guy tripped him with his hand, and he brought him down on the 1. That's it. Everyone knows the game's over. He just went 5 yards and it was a miracle he got tripped up.
You know what else is lost in that? Okay, the Patriots had lost one Super Bowl prior to that, and as you know, Steve, and everyone here knows, David Tyree, helmet catch.
Impossible, miracle, horrific.
There was another helmet catch
Yes.
on the fucking play before. I believe it was
Two plays before.
Curse. What's his name? Right? Whoever. I always forget. He made and fucking everyone's like,
No, they thought it hit the floor.
right.
It hit his leg,
Yeah.
his arm, his
Yeah.
sister, and fucking Carl's wife,
This guy doesn't
and then he fucking caught it.
Carl's wife. Carl, be careful. I hate to tell you, Carl's wife is on the phone.
Uh-oh.
Carl's wife, you're in hot water with Gino and Freddie Rubino. What's up, my man? I mean, lady.
I'm sorry. Could you hold on 1 second? I'll have this figured down, please. Thank you.
It's Joey Dick. Yeah, I saw. We were watching the dump today. Steve, since he couldn't do cocaine, he did something more deadly: sugar. He did a shit ton of sugar, and then got home and said that was a bad idea. Sfogliadell. Yeah. Now, Dominic, it's a pleasure to have you on, young lady. How are you?
I'm fine. I have a question. Did Carl ever give you any of my jokes?
No. I didn't know you were I'm sure that's how you two hit it off.
Yes.
Carl's quite the comedian, and we love Carl.
Love Carl.
I'm guessing you would exchange jokes, and that was part of your courtship.
Yes.
And that's how we fell happily in love.
Well, tell me one of your jokes, Dominic.
Are these all glory hole jokes or not?
That's what.
I keep asking what LGBTQ stands for, but no one's giving me a straight answer.
Very good.
Carl just wrote that down.
Let me.
see. That's fantastic. Now,
well, let me ask you something. Why did the non-binary prospector buy land in California?
why did the non-binary y'all get it?
Go ahead, say it, Gino.
Why did the non-binary prospector buy land in California, Dominic? I don't know. Why, young lady?
Because there's gold in them hills. Them dar hills.
Maybe he
It's a
is
play
writing for
on
Carl.
them there.
Maybe he is.
You really pressed your bet with that
Yes.
second one,
You
Dominic.
should have just bowed out after that first one.
My favorite joke that I stumped Carl with on the Carl show. We should have had Fred come in, but he's a busy man to do a Fred show for bonus. What do you get when you cross a polar bear with a seal, Fred?
Your sister.
A polar bear.
Wow. See, I overthink things a lot. That's my worst fear and
All right,
problem.
Dominic, we're gonna give you a chance to do one more of your jokes
Yes.
and fucking get us back. What do you got?
Okay, I have two.
All right,
What
now,
do you call a gay cowboy?
Cowpoke.
A Jolly Rancher.
No, that's way better. That's way better. And you're
Okay,
close.
all right. Wait, I got one more.
You really should
That's
have.
not even good for being bad.
Yeah, you should have closed
Yeah.
it. Right now, we're gonna say you should have closed with the straight answer.
Yeah. Right now, I'm thinking that she really writes for Carl.
Are you twirling the phone after each of these jokes, or
Hey
maybe,
now.
or maybe have a whistle?
Am I right, ladies?
What do you call a homosexual dentist?
What do you call a homosexual dentist? Tell her, Fred.
An oral Hershiser.
No,
Gary,
a
you're
tooth
allowed to laugh at
fairy,
that.
you silly goose.
A what?
A tooth fairy, you silly
That's not
goose.
bad.
That's not that bad.
The
But
LGBTQ, straight
I don't like the word fairy as a reply to
Right, understood.
as gays.
Yeah, why would you do? Why would
yeah,
you
that's
do that?
terrible.
Why would
And being a gay man himself, he should not like that kind of a joke.
you really should not. I'm gonna trade this for this.
Give me some ice.
This ice, it really. Let me
This is
tell
the best ice I've ever had, by the way.
This is single Bushmills 10-year-old single malt. Did they drink? This is fucking wonderful. I have not been across the street in quite some time. We might have to go over for one. All right, Dominic. Well, thank you so much. It's been a goddamn pleasure.
Wait, one more. What do you call a gay boxer?
Oh, I know this. George Cooney.
No, fruit punch, you faggot.
Fruit punch a faggot. All right.
Oh, see, he shouldn't say that
Are we
on YouTube.
Are we still on the? Oh, I didn't even check. I didn't even look at the YouTube page.
That's wrong.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So Steve earlier was showing this like like I don't know about you, but like all the stuff we said from the get-go about
What stuff?
have you been watching Chris Cuomo of late?
Yes.
Talk to me. How am I not like how does he should be like, God damn it, I apologize. He's literally acting like it never happened. He's literally acting like, well, I'm a vaccine injured and I got all these things. No, like we showed a clip. Well, we showed it in
He wants an investigation.
yeah.
How about just admitting who the fucking CNN told you that the vaccines were safe? How about you're the journalist?
Yeah.
He's asking. It's like you going on stage, which I can see, saying to somebody, "Would somebody please tell a joke?" You're the fucking investigator. You're the one who's supposed to come out and say, "Look, I was part of a conspiracy to fucking spread poison throughout 300 million Americans and give them a vaccine that is the most dangerous fucking thing since fucking thalidomide," which I'm still not against thalidomide.
So wait, by the way, I'm looking.
He should be the one exposing the whole thing. He stands back like he's this fucking innocent fucking person. It's terrible. And if anyone should suffer from the side effects,
It's him.
It's everyone who pushed this lie on everyone.
By the way, I don't know. Are you sure we're live? I don't care if we're not. I just don't see it.
Oh yeah, we're live.
Really?
Go to your page.
What's that?
Go to Gino's Picks.
I am on Gino's Picks and I don't see
Click
it.
the live tab.
Are you subscribed?
I'm on
You probably blocked yourself.
live. Jimmy Dory's live. I can't find. Look, it's. Do me a favor. Can someone text me or email me the link? It's not popping up on my fucking feed. I believe you. I don't care. I just wanted to take a peek
I
at
was gonna say I got my phone.
What's that?
It's on my phone.
Share the link to me. I don't know why it's not popping up on mine. Don't get me wrong. Like
Maybe they booted you for all that language.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Dominic said.
But anyway, getting back to what you were saying, exactly. And the fact that he's sitting there talking like it didn't happen. And I was watching the clip. This is what I talk about with the Mandela effect. They have to be getting ready to tell us, nah, that never happened. What are you thinking? Like when the clip, did you see this clip? Kathy Hochul, who we know is just a stupid cunt.
She's worse than that.
She's, no,
Some of my best friends are stupid cunts.
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. But they all think we're stupid. And Steve, there were two clips. One was the clip of her saying, Black kids in the Bronx don't even know what the word laptop means. Was that
Computer.
it? Because that was the story yesterday.
They don't know what a computer is.
I literally said,
Don't know what the word computer means. Only in the Bronx. Now, the ones that live right on the edge of the Bronx and West and Yonkers, they have like a half.
Yeah.
They know half about it.
They know what
tablet. They know what a tablet is.
Like, how would they be able to steal them if they didn't know what it was?
What are they hawking?
How when they try and sell you one, when they smash the glass on the car, they're not, hey, I want to get that thing. Let's get that laptop. That's why I smashed your window. Hey, do you want to buy this laptop? That's what they say. They don't say, I wish I knew what this was that I stole.
She is the most liberal
Steve.
white women are the most racist.
Yes.
People. They assume black people don't have ID cards. They don't know what any technology is. They are the most racist, and not one black leader calls them out on it. Because if one thing black leaders make their money on, it's Artie Lang's father dying and
He fell onto a ladder and missed.
racism.
If you don't understand, and this is why, like, I'm telling you, like, I really have. I've taken a break from the F word, although today was, and the N word, because, like, I'm dying on that hill because I'd love for someone to confront me on it. But they don't. They're just like, he's stupid. You understand? Let me explain what racism is. It's not someone like me who wants to have an open discussion. It's a fucking white woman in politics who literally says, the black children in the Bronx do not know what the word computer means. And after she says that, this is what racism is. I misspoke and I regret it. I'm going to say two things.
I misspoke? What do you mean I misspoke?
I misspoke.
What do you mean I misspoke?
I regret it.
I thought that black people was so stupid
Yeah.
and uneducated that they don't know what a computer is that's been around society for the last 20 years. And life itself in New York is impossible without a computer.
I
misspoke.
I'm going to ask you a question. Okay. Hold on. Giving it away for free, exclamation point. Just because I wanted to retweet it. Let me ask you something. What is your job as a politician? Like, what is not one of your jobs to be, I hate to say this because it flies in the face of our president. I'll say it again. Well-spoken. Wasn't Fauci's job he had 2 jobs during the pandemic, keep us from panicking and keep us informed. What did he do? Terrify us and confuse us. Okay. So your job as a politician is to be able to eloquently because I'm telling you, even though you're holding public office and we know nothing about you, and we're private citizens and you're spying on us with FISA, even though all that, shouldn't your job to be like, look, you dummies, which you think we are, to explain stuff to us? But when you're too stupid to say something about fucking minorities because you're not stupid, you're an arrogant racist who thinks you're better than blacks. And then you say,
and I'm not saying she's not better than blacks.
that seems right. And her explanation was, ready for this? Of course, black children in the Bronx know what computers are. But yesterday you said they didn't.
They just learned. This just in. Black kids have just learned the word computer.
Oh, my God. By the way, shout out to Clarence Dustin Hill, who just texted Artie's father's ladder was racist. All I'm saying is, it did. It just stood there. It stood there and did nothing. Thanks for the fucking membership. Right now, this is what I'm going to go back.
First of all,
please.
She's the governor of New York.
Because she let Andrew Cuomo grab her ass. Am I wrong?
I've had the same thing happen to me on this show.
And that's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
Gay Al Pacino didn't come back.
Yeah.
I don't even think he's gay.
At this point.
Or Al Pacino.
Or married to Carl. But let me just say one thing.
Giving this away, everyone send him fucking $7.99. Go on, buddy.
That's right. Let me tell you one thing about this woman. She's the governor of New York. Yeah. There's no way preparing to say that. It wasn't written for her. And someone else looked at it and said, yes, this is what you should say. And then she read it and says, yes, this makes sense to me. This is a group of people.
You're wrong. But I don't think
She's
you are.
Not writing anything.
No,
She's
without a doubt.
Sucking cocks on 42nd Street, which to me isn't the worst thing in the world.
Not the worst thing in the world.
Anything.
No, leave it. We don't. Right now, we have young black kids growing up because this is what they're doing. And again, thank
At
God.
what age do you learn computer if you're in the black community? All you black people call in right now. What age did you learn the word computer?
You learn to walk at by the 2 years after you learn to walk, your father says, this is a laptop. This is what I need you to steal. I don't care. Right now we have young. You're right. Someone wrote this. Right now we have young because they want you to think that fucking we're all stupid and fucking that fucking we hold people. We're all on the same team here in New York. Right now we have young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. What? And then a day.
Two black kids know.
What?
There should be a nice show, a morning show, a children's show. What do black kids know?
It would be a very short show. It would be an interstitial. Of course, black children in the Bronx. And then she literally goes 180, like that Cuomo clip that we showed. Like he literally goes, okay, we're going to show it again. I showed it. Garrett, can you show it again?
How could the Republicans not have a black kid from the Bronx get up there and say something?
Everyone
on Fox News tomorrow should be a black kid,
you'd have to
10
Skype
years
in with
old,
a laptop.
and with a stolen laptop, telling her,
Chris Cuomo.
I know.
Chris Cuomo worked for CNN.
Yes.
Okay. And CNN is the one that fucking made Joe Rogan look yellow with ivermectin. Chris Cuomo goes, Joe Rogan wasn't right. Basically, and then he goes in the next breath, okay, he was right. And he just goes on. It's like you worked for a network that painted him as someone selling horse paste. You fucking did all this, and now you want us just be like, oh, okay, he's on our side now. Fuck you. We don't want you on our team. And we're glad that Chris Cuomo, I'm aggravated because he looks too healthy. I want him to suffer like all the people that are suffering, like the people that took the AstraZeneca vaccine, who finally said, oh, we have to take that off because a rare amount, 2.8%. Multiply 2.8%, 0.02 times fucking a million, and you get 20,000. Don't you? 20,000 people with a heart condition, one of which is fucking former center for the Chargers, fucking Corey Linsley, who ruined our fucking, we have no running game now.
A cocksucker.
You don't know what a running game is. It's a game you teach your black kid to play when you hand him a stolen laptop.
That's wrong to say. You
I'm
see.
sorry.
Are you running for governor?
Of course, black children in the Bronx know what computers are. The problem is,
What is the problem,
let me
Gino?
go from saying they don't know what a computer is to they're stupid. You ready? Problem is that they too often lack access to the technology because people keep locking their car doors and holding their backpacks tightly. How can they access your computer?
Does she know a cell phone is a computer? Does she know a cell
The
phone
ones
is
Obama gave away? The ones you can get on the street right now?
free?
I think Barry Ribs has one if you don't understand how easy they are to access.
But it doesn't have anything to do with access. She says they don't know the word computer. Like if you say, kids, go on the computer tonight, and the kid takes out a fucking box of cereal and goes, is this a computer? That's like the fucking thing that she's saying. They don't know what the word computer is.
Well, allow me to aggravate you a little further. That's why I've been focused on increasing economic. I'll get it.
Economical.
Economical.
I'm
Hold on,
going
I'll drink it.
economical. Now you sound like the mayor in New York.
That's why I've been focused on increasing economic opportunity since day one of my administration. You remember when I took over for the guy that also promoted the vaccine, and then Steve showed that video. Did you see the one of her from years ago when she compared the vaccine to a gift from God?
Yes. Yes.
They think we're all so stupid.
Well, my grandmother said I was a gift from God, and
How is she?
she's dead.
Cancer?
No, the vaccine. She was in a nursing home, and Cuomo's father murdered her.
While the governor's words were inartful and hurtful. By the way, tell me if you can guess if this is ABC News or the Post. I don't believe that is where her heart is. I firmly believe she wants all of our students to excel. New York State Assembly Speaker Carl Hesty, a Democrat who represents the Bronx. Oh, his wife Dominic was not available for comment.
Am I right, black kids?
Was that Carl or Urkel? I can't get over how dumb they think we are and how they compare everything to, like, they literally are like, well, if you don't get the hypocrisy, Steve, you got it. Gary, you got it. Please show this Kathy Hochul thing that they showed on the dump that you thought I wasn't watching. Okay. She's in a speech. So
That was a dildo.
Whoa! Power. This is what we need to be showing on every show. This is what people need to be reminded of. I know I did a show a couple days last week with Rich Dolphus.
Oh, I was it about pedophilia?
No, you're thinking of Newton. And he literally said, I did. Well, how many people are unvaccinated for a bit? People raise their hands. And don't get me wrong. No one that was vaccinated was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. No one cares. But I said 2 years ago, I wouldn't even ask who's unvaccinated because I wouldn't want to make anyone uncomfortable. But now, this woman, we have the proof. We have the fucking PRO. I'll do it the other way. We have the RECEIPTS proof. We have it, and we need to show her doing that. We need to show Chris Cuomo saying fucking, it's sitting there while Don Lemon, oh, you're so lucky I'm still on YouTube. While Don Lemon, that nitwit, that filthy
N-word,
nincompoop, shiftless ninny. That Negroni drinking
Oh.
fairy.
Oh no.
Literally.
Who hates white men?
Unless he's fucking rubbing his bowls and shoving it under their nose in a bar because he's so
Or
entitled.
married one. He married a
I
white
was
guy.
talking to his wife, Dominic, and I will tell you
He's a
something.
handsome man.
He's fetching, as someone
He's
would say.
quite fetching, I tell you.
And they all need to be reminded he sat there making a big joke with a giant Q-tip with his fucking fondling fucking piece of shit brother. Fucking you watch fucking de Blasio eat French fries to sell you, and now that's all fine because Chris Cuomo is like, well, you know, I have good. Thank God at least one of you got what you fucking deserved for serving the fucking evil empire.
And they're still pushing boosters. To this day, they're still pushing get a fucking
They
COVID
are
booster.
not.
Yes, they are. Go to any fucking Walgreens. They're like, did you get your booster at
right.
number fucking 8?
Garrett, Google booster. Like, let's see. What booster number? Like, by the way, do you remember the Vax cards? Like, you know, that we sent
Yes.
out as souvenirs? I sure hope
I
people.
printed one.
I sure hope people weren't using them for real because you would have been caught by all the CDC fucking people that were. Oh no, the CDC people weren't posted to check your card. They were counting the piles of money they couldn't keep up with because the masks were free. Somebody had to buy them. Us. Because the vaccine was free. Somebody had to pay for them. Us. Because everything was free except for the fact that it was coming from our tax dollars before we had to set aside billions for. And by the way, shout out to fucking Let's Go Mets, our boy Ellie. Literally, Biden's slow on sending this money to the Ukraine because right now he fucking needs to fucking, you know, run up a bigger tab. Like literally, he said it, the Iron Curtain, whatever the Jews call it. The more that's in effect,
Iron Dome.
Iron Dome, thank you. The more that's in effect, the more fucking every missile from Iran gets blocked. So there's no need to retaliate because if Israel retaliated against fucking Iran, it would be about 2 hours. 2 hours, there'd be nothing but burning. I hope they do too, but they don't need to because all of our money that we're sending for the Iron Dome fucking keeps the missiles that we will eventually buy when they do want it to end because there's another meat grinder war. Fucking that's when we'll fucking stop.
We're giving money to Iran to build those fucking weapons. And then we're giving money to Israel to shoot them down.
Gave them, yep. And you saw that meme, right? It's
No.
a picture of all the bombs in the middle of the night.
Yes.
And it goes, my tax dollars at work. And on the other side,
I
it says,
saw that on your X page.
thank you very much. And then
Yeah.
the other side said, ironically, also my tax dollars at work.
And if I ever do pay taxes, I will be outraged just as soon as I pay those
like, thank
taxes.
God no one watches this show because the state of New York can fucking suck my husband Dominic's dick.
And just to reiterate, this guy Cuomo got paid millions a year
Yep.
to be the head journalist on CNN.
Right.
Part of the most massive conspiracy the world has ever seen.
Yes.
Not just the government, not just the drug companies, not just doctors. Walgreens was in it. They wouldn't fulfill fucking prescriptions that a doctor would give you to cure your fucking COVID.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. So this is a massive cover up. Also, YouTube, social media, all in it together. I posted links to fucking Fauci saying, do not get the vaccine if you already had it. There's nothing better.
From the flu. He said it. And he back smugly went, why would you? No.
They took it down and they said, if you continue medical misinformation, we will ban you from the fucking YouTube. And it was just quoting his YouTube videos.
I always bring it up. The Bakersfield doctors were the first one when it starts. They were the ones. They were doctors in Bakersfield. I don't know what their names are, and they literally were saying,
David. One's name was David.
they're like, you need natural immunity. They literally said, think about it. When a baby, and this was everything. I'll say it again. Follow the science. They would say that because you can't follow it. So you would just give up reading these ridiculous things and say, well, what does Fauci say? He's a scientist. When common sense was always the answer.
Right.
And it's like when the Bakersfield doctors said, they're like, you know more about infectious diseases than Dr. Fauci. And the guy calmly goes, I know more about this infectious disease right now because I've treated thousands of patients in the past few months. He's in an office right now, and then he literally said, when when a child is born, you don't put him in bubble wrap in a giant fucking
Like Chrissy Mayer did.
leave my little my quote unquote nephew out of this.
I'll prove this right now.
Please, I'll drink to
There is not one famous rich person who died of COVID
and Tom.
because it was 100% treatable.
Yeah.
The only people who died were people who maybe had money but were fucking on death's door anyway.
Yeah.
They were fucking diseased or overweight. Or
75% had 4 comorbidities or more.
there you go.
75%.
If you Google the most famous people who died of COVID, you never heard of them.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Schultes or some shit.
Well,
You know,
so-
people you never heard of.
I don't, but Garrett said it. Do you know anyone who's vaccine injured? No, I don't.
No.
I don't.
No, I said it because I know a lot of people that are.
Oh my God. Do you really?
Vaccine injured.
I mean, not like I can't prove it.
See,
oh, you can't prove it,
no,
can
no,
you?
no. I'll tell you one who's vaccine
Was your
injured.
cat
You
vaccinated?
know who's vaccine injured and wouldn't admit it, and he knows deep down? Dombrowski. Remember Dombrowski? He got shingles.
Oh,
He got shingles, and he's like, yeah, but, and he tries to make a joke, like you get it for. He's like, I was buying a house, it was stressful. Everything in your life has been stressful. I
Right.
know you. You have a nerve, and this is how I know Keanu's fine. Keanu is more nervous than fucking most people I know. Not in a bad way. I'm probably gonna get, but she's fine, thank God, because I still tell her to.
I don't know how she sleeps at night.
She doesn't. She goes to bed at 6 a.m. I love her. But do you understand? Like, she probably got the saline, but like he got shingles from that fucking thing, and and
course.
we looked it up, and fucking I know someone else who got vaccine injured. Colbert, he got his appendix burst from it. There's you're 8 times more likely to have a burst appendix if you're vaccinated than if you're not. 8 times. Eight times.
I know people who right after the vaccine developed fucking crazy cancer and were dead in a year.
Oh my God, I take that back. My friend Amy, God bless her. Fucking her father was sick, so she got vaccinated.
A roof accident, a ladder.
She got vaccinated on her roof.
Uh-huh.
Which is stupid. I said this is dumb.
Well, anyway, you can get it. You get it.
Right. Because and cancer, thyroid cancer runs in her family. And everyone got it like when they were fucking in their 70s or 60s. She's 35. You know what she got? Her thyroid removed for cancer. So I do
That's
know
the exact
people.
cancer I know. My cousin
Really?
died of thyroid cancer within a year of the vaccine. Healthy before that, no fucking trace of anything.
It's almost
Thyroid
like
cancer.
thyroid cancer. Garrett,
Oh, the
I-
worst kind. Like,
I have to call out Fred. He said no one famous died of
Go ahead.
COVID. I looked up the list.
here we go. I love it.
Number 2455.
number 24.
Wait, number.
Fred, number 24.
Why are you
He's
whispering?
lying. He's a liar.
Tommy Cutlets died of COVID. Oh, what is this?
Yeah, you said famous or people worth living.
Tommy DeVito.
You are so right. Look at this list. I knew 2 people on this list.
Oh, it's literally celebrities we lost.
Yeah, DJ K Slay.
Yeah, that's from a bullet in the fucking
Never-
back.
Yeah, who is DJ K Slay?
There's 55 of them. We're not going to know any of them.
By the way, 55. And by the way, let me tell you something. They don't show a picture of DJ K Slay
No.
because I guarantee he's
And married to Carl.
He's no,
Oh,
or he's
all right.
400 pounds.
Yeah.
Find a picture of DJ. I'll do it. Keep going.
Go ahead.
Oh, Jay Weaver, everyone knows.
Who the fuck
He's
is
the guy in the wheelchair.
the guy in the wheelchair? Is that who it is?
I can't tell.
What the-
Or the fat
By the
guy
way,
next to him.
Exactly. Thank you.
Or the
The
fucking.
tranny to the left.
That's a good looking man.
That Dominic. Here's Dominic.
That's Dominic.
This is the Christian band Big Daddy Weave.
Big Daddy Weave.
No.
All right, next one. Carlos Marin.
He died of AIDS.
Wasn't he a-
I can tell you right now.
Marin.
Yeah.
Marin.
Gay.
Gay. Gayer than gay.
Let's see. Wait, what's it say? JJ Phillips.
JJ Phillips died.
Heavy metal musician.
Oh, yeah.
He did not look. What did he
Cool
die
now.
from? complications.
Yeah, of heroin.
Can you click on that? I just want to see what it just takes you to the article, right?
Yeah.
Number 6, that is.
By the way,
Number 7, Artie's father.
this is worth noting. Colin Powell, blah, blah, blah.
Colin
Artie's
Powell?
father. By the way, he was 84. I'm going to tell you two
Colin Powell died?
average age of the person that died of COVID. This was another big thing.
80s.
The average lifespan of a person, 82. The average age of someone who died of COVID was like 84. So it's like if you died of anytime someone said my grandparents died of COVID, good, they got 2 extra years. They
Yeah.
got 2 extra years. And here's the other thing. Florentine told me this is a great number. You ever heard this? More people over 100 died of COVID than people under 50 did. How's that for a stat?
He's a liar.
Ricardo Flanagan.
He died? Is that the way you break it to us? You should have fucking just
Wait, are you guys sitting down? Because Siti Sarah Rasudin also.
Oh,
died.
yeah. That was a fucking syphilis.
Just days after giving birth to her 4th child.
Popular Malaysian singer.
Because by the way, and this is something RFK Jr. said, who, by the way, the benefit got moved. Alvin Ing. I was Alvin Ing this morning. Love that you love that. It's about time I gave back to you.
Thank
Milli
you.
Vanilli guy died.
Which one? Millie or Vanilli?
John Davis.
Didn't recognize him without the mom.
Oh, no.
You know what? He didn't recognize him.
You don't even know what a computer is. If he would have known what a computer was, he could have gotten help.
Could have Googled ivermectin.
Oh no, Linda.
She didn't die of it. She didn't die of COVID.
Who is that?
Big Ange. Big Ange did not die of COVID.
I think it's the lady next to Big Ange.
No, she's still alive. I know that woman.
Oh. Big
These are
Ange.
people who didn't even die of fucking COVID.
Anyone in the bow tie's gay.
He's gay.
Here comes another one I knew.
After being treated for lung cancer.
She
by the
did
way.
not die of COVID. Let's read this.
She was
Legions
bludgeoned by William Shatner.
Hold on.
94.
Not only that, if ever you don't understand, not like she was like on a respirator with COVID. Well, her death certificate revealed that she had battled COVID and the virus was a significant condition. Stop letting them. And she died at 94 because she wanted to.
Because she had to.
Are you kidding me?
Remy Julien's died. Hey, look how young he was.
We have to cancel the show.
Look how young he was. Did I make a point here? Did I fucking tell you?
Who's this
Look
guy?
at this fucking guy. Oh, she's hot.
Dawn Wells. That's Marianne from Gilligan's Island,
Yeah.
dummy.
Well,
Watch this. Let's read this.
Coconut poisoning.
Gilligan start. That's my birthday, December 29th. According to the Hollywood Reporter, who played Marianne Summers, blah, blah, blah. Where's it say she died? Wells' publicist said she died of COVID, of causes related to COVID. Stop it. Do you know why? Because COVID is, here's another thing they said about COVID. Charlie Prado, he's a country singer, right?
Yeah, that was 20 years before he died.
He died. Wait, you can't.
Oh, she looks young. What did she die of? Fucking grape fucking soda
Hold on.
poisoning?
It's like if Oprah and Gail had a kid.
Stop this. Before you scroll down, I promise you it said, what's her name? Carol Sutton died again.
That looks like a picture of after she died 5 years. She's been dead 5 years
She
in that
died
picture.
again at the age due to complicated. Oh,
no, Debo.
Now, you know something? Listen, there's another thing about these deaths. A lot of these guys died right after being boosted.
Oh, yeah. They said the boosted is what fucked you.
That fucking guy with the crooked eye, that big black guy who doesn't know what computers are.
Was it on
he
this
fucking died.
Was it on this slant for a second? I'll tell you something else that a study showed, okay?
Anyone who has pillows like that.
Please. They said a lot. They did studies on who died, and they said the most people that fucking died were the people that got one shot and not the second. And this was their spin. Their spin was, well, they didn't get the second shot. When you know what it really was, and this is common sense, when they got the first shot, they got so fucking sick that they're like, I'm not getting the second, and a lot of them died. Frankie, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, so I just sent you the video with Jessica Gould last night and to Nelson Peabody in the Compound
Speaking
Media.
of COVID,
Jessica
Frankie gets
Gould.
right into something else.
Frankie, what do you think of this Kenzo Takata guy?
He's a nice guy.
No, he's
He's
dead,
toast,
Frankie.
Frankie.
He's
He's
dead now.
dead and you killed
That's
him.
why I just sent the video of Jessica Gould to Compound Media last
More
night.
importantly, Jay Johnstone, I love, he did not die. Let's see this. For MLB, no, I got it. Oh, Tommy DeVito. Wait, I want to see why he died. It's always complications.
He died of health problems.
No, he died. Frankie, how many?
Everyone dies of health problems.
Watch this, Frankie. Let's play a game. Frankie, watch this. I love this game, Frankie. How many Jews died in the Holocaust?
0.
What do you tip Gerard Coombs?
0.
How many people died of COVID?
0.
Thank you, Frankie. That's simple.
By the way, I promised to come on with perfect hair, and I did.
You really did.
Look at me.
Yeah, sir. I just sent the video.
Never mind these dead people. Look at me.
Last
Tom
night I just sent the
Seaver
video.
died of COVID?
Hold on, Frankie. That's a lie. You want to hear a great Tom Seaver story?
No, I hate the Mets.
A couple guys told me this. 2 guys were like, we were hanging out one time and they went up to Tom Seaver. Wait, pause it. I want to read. Can we please go back to Tom Seaver? They said, Tom Seaver, they said, can I take your picture? And he goes, guys, I don't really like pictures. And he walked away and he took 5 steps and he turned around and goes, I'm fucking with you. I think that's such a great story. The legendary pitcher died due to complications. Of Louis body dementia and it didn't even get the fucking hyperlink there.
Louis got that body dementia.
Louis.
If that wasn't playing at his wake.
Frankie, let's go. Do you see this black guy? How do you think he died?
Computer virus.
Frankie, how did this black guy die?
Health problems.
What were his health problems? Being black. Fucking Neil Brennan died? Oh, Nick Cordero was another one. This I remember. He was a Broadway actor who's so obviously gay, and he fucking was ravaged by COVID.
Brandis Kemp. Oh, who could ever forget what Brandis Kemp did for
The
this?
actress is best known for she was on. But by the way, if you don't, Gary, you got to go back. So
This
I can,
guy's so
you
gay.
go back up so I can read. If you don't understand, Garrett, this is a list of stars that died of COVID, right? She's known for her appearances on Fridays and Aftermath.
Aftermath.
Are you done, Steve? Remember how we would all gather around the TV after the greatest sitcom of our time at the time ended and say, remember the classic? It was
Did you see Aftermath last night? Oh my God! Everyone's talking about it.
They would sit around. Do you ever see Celebrity Jeopardy? And they're like it's Sean Connery, and he's like, "What's the show?" And they go,
Mother.
They go MASH. It's like it's not MASH. He rings in again, Aftermath. And he goes, no. And Sean Connery goes, the one with Jamie Barr. This woman was on Aftermath. Are you
Wait a minute.
nuts?
After battling brain cancer.
It does not say that.
Brain
Yes.
cancer.
Kemp was diagnosed with glioblastoma.
By
an
the way, I'm
aggressive
opening for
type of
brain cancer in
that can occur in the
Pennsylvania
brain or
next
spinal
week.
cord.
But COVID.
Brain
And it
cancer.
is unclear when she contracted COVID-19, but they're pretty sure she had it.
And by the way, she was 76.
She was
wasn't-
surrounded by family and friends. That's where she caught it.
Look
Yeah.
at this poor straight man that died of it.
He died with a leg up his ass.
You know what he got AIDS from? Suspenders. He got it from the suspenders. A member of the late 90s. He was in a boy band, Dream Street. Well, he's definitely straight.
If I'm a gay man like Carl, I would be offended if you died of AIDS and they said it was COVID. I'd be offended because that's your disease.
It was an undisclosed illness. It's with
Oh.
a heavy, yeah. So why are they saying
Oh, he had a
COVID?
heavy heart. That's why he died.
Myocarditis. Can't get over Annie Glenn.
Oh,
This young lady was struck down in her prime.
what?
How old was she? She was 100.
She was old in that old picture of her.
She was 100.
That picture.
Oh
is
my
really
God, that
dated and
tiger
faded. She
died
was
of
older than
COVID.
that.
The guy whose head got bit off by a tiger died of COVID.
Oh,
Because the
no.
tiger COVID.
His head was bit off by a tiger and he died of COVID.
I got tiger COVID.
Complications.
It's the worst COVID you could get.
Are you kidding me?
Thai Chipotle?
Taichijoki.
His name is Chipotle.
Chipotle?
Oh my God.
Oh no,
Look at this
Freddie
guy.
Thomas.
The picture of hell.
Look at this.
I got to read this. According to Jay, he was 35. He was so young. He revealed he'd been diagnosed with the coronavirus, writing, I'm in here with the coronavirus. Please keep me all in your prayers.
Rona. I got the Rona. He's so fat you have
By
to
the way-
scroll 10 fucking
Let me
pages
say
to
it
get
again.
his face
This
in.
hat was our good friend. Fucking, he died of COVID, and he was fucking fat.
Fat? Who's that guy?
The country. Look at this.
Did he do a COVID song?
He was dead. Look at him.
He's dead in that picture.
Yeah. What's his name?
John Pine.
I should have known because these are famous people. Again,
John Pine.
These are famous people.
I rest my
John
case.
Prine. I know that name. The country folk singer died.
Hit by a bus.
He was. Prine was hospitalized with sudden onset. And by the way, you ready for this? He was intubated. Once you're put on a respirator, I'll say it again. That's
what does religion have to do with this? Who cares if he was intubated?
Kills you. Lee Farrow. She was in Jaws, right? She was the mom in Jaws.
She was old in Jaws. How old was she? 91.
91. Jay Benedict. Who's he?
I don't know, but he's got the word dick in his
Roland, Aliens, Dark Knight Rises, age 68.
From where?
Tom Dempsey.
He was in Dark Knight Rises.
Tom Dempsey, the guy, by the way, this guy lost a foot so young he played football with one foot.
Diabetes. He had diabetes for 80 years and died of COVID. Oh, no.
80 years of diabetes, but that COVID got me. Patricia Bosworth, this young lady.
Oh, my God.
86 she was.
Ellis Marsalis, Quentin's lesser-known uncle.
I had the chicken Marsalis. And
by the way, go back. Ellis Marsalis.
Bucky Pizzarelli.
By the way, Ellis Marsalis, am I wrong? Is the equivalent of Cassie O'Connor?
Yes.
Isn't he? Look at him. That young man died. Bucky.
Look at this guy. He's fucking. Oh, wait a minute.
Thank God he
this
died.
Guy's got a young. What is he?
52.
52.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
Council Wayne, musician's lawyer. Oh, confirmed.
They didn't say he died of it. They said when he died, he tested positive.
Oh, my God.
They're not saying he died. He's still gonna be alive.
He's probably
alive.
OD'd.
Julie Bennett.
Oh, Crooked Eye. It fucks.
You remember her? She famously voiced Cindy Bear in the Yogi Bear show.
Of course I do.
Can I ask you a question right now?
I worship her.
How is she looking at all four of us at the same time? That's my question.
You know that half of her face looks completely different than the other half?
She died of my abacus. She died of complications.
Finish that, Gino.
No, we're doing a shot.
No, I can't.
Why?
Oh, Wallace Roney.
Because you're gonna drink it all, you drunken bastard.
We're doing a shot. Come on, do that shot. Because there's no ice. It's shot time, buddy.
Ah. Oh no.
Dialect coach for Star Wars and Lord of the Rings.
Maria Mercado.
Maria Mercado, a journalist died from, watch this. You have to click on this. It says she died from coronavirus, which again is an impossibility. And I talk about this when they make legit vaccines, which are few and far between. I trust none now. The ones that work, they would take a little bit of the actual fucking virus and expose you to it so your body can handle a lot of it. They are saying the reason that you'd have mRNA vaccines, because one, they wanted to market the technology, but two, you could never isolate the coronavirus.
What did she say she died of?
Coronavirus.
She was battling cancer for 20 years.
Not say that, does it?
She had
Keep
been on
reading, Gino
medical leave
Bisconti.
for unrelated matter since late February.
How are they even? This is like, I will give them credit. Why do they put this in there?
Because you have to put something when you Google it. Even the blacks who don't have computers want to know these.
Bob Chin died.
Get in the schmood. That was Robin Williams of Japan.
Williams of Japan.
The Robin Williams of Japan died. They didn't tell us because they didn't want us to go into a panic.
It's Morka and Rindy.
Oh no, Lando.
By the way, he was a big star of the Chinese show Rourke and Rindy.
Oh, Rock and Rindy.
Oh, you bet.
No one died of COVID who had enough money to go to the doctor and say, give me ivermectin.
I can't.
No one.
Terrence McNally. All right, look. It is.
I'm glad I was came.
Is Frankie
Mark
still
Bloom.
here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Frankie,
I
I'm
just sent
sorry.
the video vote to me and Jessica Gould, a
There's
new
the
one.
last
I
one.
took that last night at Dooley's.
All right. By the way, thank you. Now, okay, let's finish. To the guys, to all the
Frankie.
to the how many was this? To all the celebrity people that we lost to COVID.
55.
What's that? 55, Cloyd Dart.
And I just sent you the video just now about me and Jessica go to Compound Media just now.
Here's to Frankie, who shows up every day
By the way,
and does his fucking job.
By the way, here's to, and I'll say this again. This hat.
Frankie, can you do that again?
I just sent a video of myself to Compound Media just now. with
Frankie's the
Jessica Gould in it.
Chinese Mork and Mindy.
I will say that, Rourke and Randy, I will say this. I love that Anthony has Patrice's hat on his backdrop, and this is nowhere close, but it's a close I'll ever get.
I just sent the video just now.
Our dear friend, Frankie, and then we'll get to the video. Kenny Ortega. Kenny Ortega was
died of COVID.
He died of COVID. Everyone wants to tell you that. Fucking, let me tell you, this guy Obadiah, fucking what a piece of shit. He's like, well, whatever your grift is, when I was sending out stickers and stuff for free. Kenny Ortega was a fat comedian who had fucking diabetes, who went in the hospital a lot. And the last time I saw him, I'm walking fucking during the lockdown, and he's in his car eating chicken wings. He's like, come sit with me. And we bullshit. And
Just say he's eating. I know what he's eating.
2 months later, he died of COVID. And his fucking mother is like, I want you to have this hat. Kenny loved hanging out with you. He fucking would sit there. He was a host at LOL.
Burn that fucking hat.
Hey, Gino, did the Compound Media get the video yet?
Give me that good COVID.
No. You're going
I
to
sent it,
die,
I-
Gino. You'll see.
Gino.
One day you'll be battling cancer for 18 years, and they'll say Gino died of COVID.
You'll be battling cancer for
And,
18
Gino, I
fucking
just sent you
years.
the video just now to Compound
I
Media.
love Fred Rivino.
Frankie, how long have you had cancer?
No. I just sent Gino a video just now.
I would love to see that video. Did anybody get it? There it is.
Yeah. Hey, Jessica, I'd like to introduce to Anthony Cumia and Gino Bisconte.
Are we going live?
Just recording. Say hi, Gino Bisconte.
Hi, Gino Piscate.
I'll say hi to Anthony Cumia.
And Anthony Cumia.
Anthony Cumia is the owner of Compound Media.
I love Compound Media.
Anthony Cumia owns the Compound Media Network. He's doing great
Frankie
so
should start
far.
a
Is
cult.
he single?
Anthony Cumia is
Sounds like
doing
he's like
great.
the evil
And Gino
genius.
Bisconte is
Anthony
doing great.
Cumia.
Frankie and
He
Jessica Buller
owns
don't get so far,
Compound
Julie.
Media.
And Chrissy Mayer is doing great.
Yes, Mark
Amy Miller and
Franken's
Jessica
live.
Buller, Frankie's favorite bartenders
Yes.
at Dooley's.
Yes. What about Chrissy Mayer? She's doing great so far.
I like John Mayer.
I like John Mayer.
They should have a show. Give him a show.
Jessica Gould.
Frankie, I got to be honest. Did I not come up to see you in fucking Sydney, Nova Scotia
With Carl.
with Carl?
You saw
Remember?
me in Sydney, Nova Scotia on April 7th and April 8th, 2024.
And
You
remember,
hung around
me and
at
Carl-
Dooley's on April 7th.
Me and Carl took that girl back to the Holiday Inn in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and you
You
were
got a
supposed,
video footage.
and you were supposed to cover for us, but
You
you
got a
didn't.
video footage of me and Heather.
Who's Heather?
The girl went up with you.
I wanted him to say the hooker.
and I got the video footage
Oh, he has footage.
Of
at Dooley's, April 7th.
all right. By the way, shout out to Johnny Mars, who did a $2 super chat. Staying on subject, who won basketball yesterday? Easy one, Johnny Mars, not the Sixers. Now,
Boston.
Now, Frankie, here's my
He
question.
meant at the cage.
What's that?
At the cage.
Oh my God! Thank you, Johnny Mars. No one.
Yeah, we couldn't see because it's the worst footage I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah. What do you?
Wow.
No, it wasn't me. He needs a
And they
selfie
got
stick.
a-
And of
and
course,
they
we
got a
got
video
there. It was the
footage
most
too.
beautiful day of the year, and it looked like Daddy predicted it. You'll get this. It looked like the scene in Airplane when they introduced the natives to basketball.
I never saw Airplane.
You're lying. Are you lying?
Why?
I'm not trying to Airplane shame you, but I would think you'd love that movie.
I don't love the movie, or I would have watched it.
Anyway, Johnny Mars, I apologize for not understanding. No one won because, of course, we couldn't get on the court, and you're not going to believe this. We went across the street to the whatever Three Guns Saloon, I don't even remember, and drank with Billy Tardy and did coke in the bathroom.
And Gene,
But that's not.
here's a video footage I just
Can I
sent
ask
to
you a
you.
question? What
at
was
Dooley's.
Frankie's drink of choice in Nova Scotia?
Coca-Cola.
Not diet?
Pepsi.
Coke straight up?
Frankie, were you
Wait a
drinking
minute,
diet
Gene,
or
it's
regular?
Pepsi. I just sent the video footage on to Gino just now.
Frankie's on
I think
automatic
this might
right
be the
now.
video footage, but I can't tell what the fuck I'm looking at.
Frankie's on DEFCON 4. He cannot be recalled.
Yeah. By the way, Frankie,
Yeah,
Chris
what's going on?
Thompson says, shout out. Can you say hi, Chris Thompson?
Hi, Chris Thompson. I'm doing great so far.
He loves you, buddy.
Did I give a
Hell
shout
yeah, I
out to
just
the
let
two
her.
fucking fans who showed up in Wisconsin?
Please. When
I don't know their names. They were quite handsome men.
they're like, and I said, they're like, Fred Rubino's hilarious. And I'm like, did you get to meet him or was it not? He's like, we talked to him afterwards. They think you're great.
They came out and they were like,
This is
I
giving
know
me
you.
PTSD, but go on.
I know you from Compound Media. I went, you're the two fans.
They're like, let me guess. Did they say we watch morning? It's us too. We're the ones that like text Gene during morning.
And I thank them so much for coming out.
This is incredibly
The
bad.
closet.
Yeah, again, he needs a selfie stick. You know, he does.
Frankie.
No, Frankie
He
Frankie's
just needed to zoom out. His fucking phone was zoomed all the way in.
No, if you have a selfie
Wait a
stick, it's the
minute.
easiest thing in the
I'm
world.
using the webcam.
I think
that?
you should send Frankie one of those helmets with the fucking GoPro on it. And he should just be fucking online 24/7.
And then you fuckers didn't even play basketball.
There's no way we could have gotten on the court. They're
Just
like,
stand there and you say, I got next.
you know,
West 4th Street,
next
8th Street.
we would not have been on till like you don't get it. Like I have no desire to play with these fucking guys.
You're supposed to record it.
Look at this. That is unbelievable.
Great
This is
view.
even worse than you made it sound.
Oh my God.
So
There's a
bad.
white guy playing basketball. Holy shit.
I have a missed call. Damn it, it's restricted. It's not fucking up. Oh no, I was hoping it was fucking
Party.
I'm gonna get smeared
Oh,
off.
you zoomed in more.
Well, in his defense, he was drunken on cocaine.
No defense.
Fair enough. I'm gonna allow it.
I don't know how you could film like this. How could you possibly film like
That is unwatchable. That's me. I know it's Charger shirt. What is he doing?
I don't know. I guess he changed his mind about playing basketball and having anybody watch it.
I almost threw up
neither
watching
thing
this.
happened.
Yeah,
I'm
you
getting-
should have.
I'm getting vertigo and COVID.
Let's see if he answers.
At least he put the phone down so we get this wonderful view of your fucking neck.
Oh, that's not a bad. Look, I'm not a bad looking
Steady
neck.
the camera.
Oh, you got a nice neck.
Not a bad neck for a guy 55
Not a
years old.
bad neck at all.
It's not a bad neck at all.
Must be all the semen.
Yeah. I'll tell you my secret to do aloe vera gel every month.
Aloe vera. That's my porno name.
You did a little.
Good. This is, you know what I thought this was? Like when I'm out thinking,
Call has been forwarded to voice.
it's like the joke when you zoom in on me, you know, but he's doing it for real. It's unwatchable. What is
crazy.
this?
This is crazy.
This is your,
That's my pinky.
yeah.
And a
look, your
beverage.
beer
How do I
is up.
pause it? That's my fucking creeping crud, by the way. Oh no, it's this one. Is that my right or left hand?
I don't know. I can't see anything.
Why is this still on?
This is awful.
Where's Frankie back on?
This is awful.
I only want to see
Yeah.
Frankie.
Frankie, do you know how to speak Chinese?
Why would you do that to him?
Where's Nelson Peabody? He's in Colorado.
You know that's terrible. You know that's terrible. Are you happy?
I want you to record
Are
that.
you happy?
And I want to call the Chinese restaurant and I want to fucking put that on when they say, what's your order?
By the way,
That's
Frankie,
what I want to do.
Frankie, let's pretend you called a Chinese restaurant. Can you order me food in China?
Hawaii's restaurant on Grand Lake Road, Sydney, Nova Scotia. Hawaii's restaurant on Grand Lake Road, Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Can you order me food in Chinese, Frankie? It's nice we can make friends. It's nice. It took us fucking over 90 minutes, but we finally made Fred laugh as hard as he makes everyone else laugh.
I need that recorded,
Oh,
and we
God.
need to call a Chinese restaurant with
Watch
that.
this. Let's do a thing. Hello, Chinese best restaurant. What's your order, Mr. McDonald? Let me explain what this is. This is called running through the bag. Like this show,
Yes, sir.
we could have ended.
Who's on wet spot on Monday? Probably somebody else.
Frankie, that's like 5 days from now. I have no idea. Frankie. And more importantly, we're out of booze.
One day I will drive to Nova Scotia with a bisexual man and see Frankie.
You have to drive with Dominic, Carl's wife.
You have to get line of her to travel to Sydney, Nova Scotia with Chrissy Mayer.
Yeah.
Sure are, Frankie.
Frankie, tits or ass?
Both of them.
Oh, he's a man of
That means
consumption.
that Chrissy Mayer will be doing her podcast travel to Sydney, Nova Scotia, just like Chino did.
Apparently, I got so worked up. I just saw this from Keanu. You told me I could thank Dr. Fauci for the bad day of my period. And then she wrote, remember that, LOL? She just laughs at my insanity. Shut up. She's right. We didn't miss a call from her. All right. By the way, Billy Tardy going across the street after the show. Are we? We are.
I doubt it.
So yes. All right. Yeah, we are, Billy. I hung out.
Just for a beer.
By the way, I'm going to say this.
I have to have sex tonight. I have to perform.
Really?
Oh, you should
it
see
really
me.
that
I pull rabbits out. I make things happen. I have someone open for me. Am I right, ladies?
I will tell you the secret to having sex. Here's what you do. Here's what I did yesterday morning. I begged.
Begging and pleading.
I need sex.
I don't.
I need it.
When you get to be my age, you know.
How-
Just talking about sex is enough.
Oh, it's not enough for me. But although, and again, I'm not gonna because I will tell you this. Another thing I love about her moving in, I can't my jerking off is cut off by 90%.
That's wrong.
90%.
That's wrong.
90%. Frankie, you don't jerk off as much now that you fucking live with your girlfriend, right?
I just live in the same house as before.
What did he just say?
She's just a fan of mine. That is all.
Okay. By the way, let me ask you something.
About masturbation? Oh, okay.
Frankie, I fucking drove up there with my friend Dominic's husband, and I get up there, and why didn't I get to meet Jessica Gould?
Jessica Gould. That means I took a video of her.
I feel like you're holding out.
Sent it to Compound Media.
I feel like you're holding out on me, Frankie.
Jessica Gould is a big fan of mine. That is all.
All right. Well,
Frankie, when you masturbate, lotion or dry?
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on.
Oh, it sounds like soy
Both of them.
sauce. He uses soy
So,
sauce.
Frankie, lotion or dry?
Both of them.
Yeah. He's a man of consumption.
He's a man of consumption.
He lives on Consumption Junction.
All right, look. You are welcome. Everyone on YouTube, I'm going to say this. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's a freebie. That's a freebie.
That's very big of you, Gino.
Oh, please. Anthony did the whole show for free. Wait, Drew.
Oh, not fucking Drew.
Two things. Drew,
Why is Drew always
do
eating?
you want to do a shot with us real fast? Okay. But Drew, watch this. Remember yesterday when and I was complimenting you. So yesterday I go to the stand, right? And
Go
we're
on.
having a good time. We're having a good time. And Drew shows up and we're
The party's over.
no, it's
Oh.
I'm kidding aside because you'll watch this. So we're hanging out. It's me and it's Stancil, it's Mead, it's my girl, Drew and Billy. We're having a great time, right? And we're outside. It's a beautiful day. And then they say, Ray said you're out here because you're not allowed inside. And fucking Drew tries to be like, it's beautiful. Why are we going? And then I go, we're going inside out of spite. We're going inside right now out of spite. And you're like, but it's so. And then I go inside, and Drew just goes, all right, let's go inside.
I don't remember it that way at all.
How'd it go?
We were sitting outside having a great time, like you said, right?
Wonderful.
Everything's great. And then somewhere along the line, I realized you were there because Ray DeVito was there.
We always say that, but honest to God, and this you'll verify this. I always say that because I want to make him nervous, but it motivates me to go out and I hang out with old friends. Like we hung out with. How great is Joe DeVito?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Like he started with me, we caught up, and I'm not gonna say it, but you will. I shit on Ray. He's like, yeah, Ray's a fucking disaster. He literally said that, you know, and we're laughing, and I like doing that. That's why I end up going. I know that's gonna be the result, but back to you because everything you're saying is.
I love Joe DeVito.
He's brilliant.
He's awesome.
I didn't say that. I said I love him.
So go on.
And then I was curious. I was like, are we out here because you're not allowed inside?
Right.
And then
Matt Maron.
Everybody was like,
no, Matt Maron said Ray told people you're not allowed inside.
I didn't hear that part of it.
That's what prompted it.
Don't take away from my witty
Why don't you pay
comment, though.
attention?
I'm sorry, go on,
He doesn't
go
pay
on.
attention.
Go on. He does. Go on. Back to you, sir.
And then we were like, let's go inside. And then we went inside and sat at the bar, which is, if you've been to the stand, 10 feet closer to just to the stage or whatever.
Yes.
So, and then we were inside. and then we drank in there.
Yes, I believe I yelled someone were going inside for spite. I might have changed, but I believe you're
I didn't realize it was for spite.
It was for spite.
just
And by the
getting
way,
darker.
you know what my tab was despite? Didn't we do shots and stuff? Steve, how
did.
much was my tab for
we
4
were
hours?
we drank a lot.
Yeah. How much was my tab?
I didn't look at your bill.
No. Ready for this? After tip, you ready? Steve, how much?
$5,000.
$130. Because even the stand remembers me. They gave me a few drinks. Remember the shots they poured at the end? I don't even remember what he said. It's like, do you want this or this shots?
Oh, I remember.
What were they called?
Because there was Jameson shots. I was like, it's a wall of like 1,000 whiskeys, and I think Mead was like, let's do some shots of Jameson. I was like, seems wrong at this place, but we'll do it anyway. Yeah.
Like, you know those really tall, thin shot glasses? He goes,
oh, he asked for.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, what did he say?
You want this kind or this kind? It's either half or full. We did half.
Oh, birdshot or buckshot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Birdshot or
you either want a half shot or a full shot, but it's cute to say birdshot. So we're like,
very fucking.
we're like birdshot.
I don't like
These
that.
are on me.
It's like Starbucks, Venti, just give me a fucking coffee.
I thought it was kind of cute because it's whiskey, not.
Come on.
But yeah, that was a great time.
That was a lot of fun.
Thank
and then
you so
you
much.
checked out, and then me and Matt and Stancil went over to some Irish bar and fucking. Wait, were you there for that?
No.
Yeah,
and
I
you
didn't
did more
think so.
coke.
Okay. And we got fucking wasted and watched the Rangers win, and it was awesome.
And I'll end on this.
Great game last night.
Yeah.
You know what I learned? That there's this thread between us three and you three. And the constant thread is you're either texting them late night on coke or I'm texting them late night drunk. I don't know why there's not a foursome of us. So me and you can talk while they tend to normal lives.
There's a consumption problem on this show.
We got to go. It's 4:06. We went late, but we started late. That's on me because I
Did
asked.
start late.
Well, that's because I asked Steve to do it and didn't realize what he was doing.
They were fucking around in there and not doing anything.
Children sing and clap.
Why are we doing
the
Dominic? Because it's Carl's wife and I hate this. You know who loved this song? My late Kiana's grandmother. I think would have loved me.
Fell off a ladder.
That's how you tie it all together.
Jingity jing.
It's Dominic, Carl's wife.
Jingity jing.
It's Dominic, Carl's wife.
Am I right, ladies?
Still laughing. Jared. La 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 la.
Hey, Dominic.
My wife.
Want another dollar?